it's Sandi. You're listening to the Lesbian Mafia. I just have something to say, and I want to put this out there, and I hope that somebody can get this message straight to Judith Butler. Please, someone, she's some famed academic or whatever she did or has done or whatever her story is. I know that I don't like anything she's ever said. I don't think I've agreed with any single thing she's ever said. But of course, who am I? Right? Like, you're supposed to just listen to these people force horse shit straight down your throat, right? Anyway, I feel like I could take Judith Butler. I feel like I could probably kick her fucking ass. And plus, I've been doing Pilates, so I'm feeling... Please just pass like a little note on a sticky note. Say, Sandi from the Lesbian Mafia. From the Lesbian Mafia. She said that she wants to kick you in the vag. Right straight in the vag, I want to kick her. Just in an effort to remind her that she is female if she forgot. Yeah, so that's what I have to say about that. And I don't know if I have anything else to say in that regard. But anyway, so the Olympics, thank you God. That horror show. That horror show is over. Oh my God, beginning, middle, and end. What a freaking disaster. And just to anyone, like, because I've been seeing it all over Twitter, they're like, well, what do you expect? Oh, well, you get in the ring, you're gonna get punched, you sucky fighters, you know. It's just like, let's pretend male and female doesn't exist anymore, that we haven't had separate sports for decades because there's a need for it or anything, you know. Why bother thinking of the women? But I just want to say to those people, like, particularly the women and particularly the lesbians who, you know, make up this bullshit. So let me stand in front of me and I'll crack you in the jaw, right? And then we'll have Iman Khalif have him crack you in the jaw, and we'll see. And then maybe she'll understand, like, oh my God, there is a difference between male and female. Maybe she'll understand then, you know. It's so weird because I've always felt like that the Olympics would last for so long. But that was because I was engaging and watching it every day. But so, like, I haven't even noticed it. So I just heard, oh, you know, these disgusting ceremonies or whatever. And then next thing I know, there's men beating the fucking daylights out of women in the ring just because their testes haven't descended. I don't know what the fucking story is. I don't even care. It doesn't even matter because all they want is to normalize this so that then it's more normal for some transgender, you know, dude to get in the ring also. You know, it's all ridiculous. And there's a picture of him, like, just straight up being himself, which is a dude, and his knees, he's like jogging and wearing a baseball hat, and he's wearing shorts, and like you could just see just how tremendous his fucking knees are. You know, and it's just like a man's leg, right? He's got like pretty nice legs for a man, you know. Whatever, he's not, you know, like he's in kind of shape, too skinny for my taste if I was straight, but I would have no respect for him. What am I even saying? None of this means anything. Just jibber jabber. But his fucking knees, and I'm saying, wow, what kind of stability do those tremendous fucking thighs and, you know, those wide, strong fucking knees, like, wow, that must give you some, like, massive stability compared to my fucking knees. God forbid you bump into me the wrong way, I'll go flying, you know. I mean, that's pretty much the story for every woman. We're just, like, fucking ridiculous the way we're built, but we're built this way for a reason, right? You know, like, we give birth, and so your bones have to be a certain kind. It's so beyond to even explain why a man should not be battering a woman on international TV. Is that how you would say that? I don't know. why we should not be normalizing watching men pummeling bitches in the face, why that's just not a good thing, I would say it's not advisable to have it on television. I mean, how much work have feminists done over the past 40, 50 years to control, what we see on our television so that we don't see violence against women. I mean, because stuff that you would watch years ago, decades ago, you would just turn on the television and you would see men punching bitches in the face, slapping the shit out of them, yelling at them, spanking them. I used to watch I Love Lucy, and he used to just put her over his knee and spank her. There's been so much work done so that we don't have to be exposed. It's not good. It is really problematic. And this isn't even just a stupid television show or a movie. This is reality. This is the Olympics. And there are men pummeling bitches in the face. I just don't know where to start. So what are you doing right now? You're cleaning out your closet?
Yes.
Are you
organizing?
Are you still in it? Just kidding. All right. So, hi. So what is new for you, my darling?
Well, two of my girls have moved out. They're ready to start the school year.
Oh my God, time is going so fast. So we have been friends for, how long is it?
I don't know.
It's a long time.
I don't know. We're like dating ourselves right now.
Oh boy, are we. But I always date myself. So let's talk about how we met. We met on the subway, right?
Oh my gosh.
Do you remember? Because we all used to take the subway to work together in the morning. Like we made friends on the train going to work in the morning. And then we would meet at a certain time at whatever station, like 59th Street, on our way home at night, when we would go home and, after work, because sometimes we'd end up going out after work and getting trash drunk off our asses. How did we even get home when we did that? What would we take, a cab, a yellow cab or something?
Yeah, we would take cabs. Can you give me 1 second?
Of course.
Wait, I want to show Sandra my outfit. Can she FaceTime me? Can she FaceTime me? Alexa wants you to see her outfit. Am I serving cunt or what? Is she serving cunt? This is how we talk now. Let me take a picture of her and I'll send it.
Okay. Okay, let me see. Oh my God. Patti. She's got to put something on.
She said, please put something on. We wear tops like that all the time.
I know.
I have to show them all. I just don't even say anything. I'm just like, oh my God.
You're used to it.
I'm like praying.
So when you see your girls, because now you have 3 daughters, they're all teenagers. When you see your daughters, do you feel like you know everything about their life and what they're thinking and what they're doing? Because I feel like when I look at young girls that age, I'm like, oh my God, I know exactly what she's thinking. I know what she's feeling. I understand why she's doing that. Do you do that with your girls?
In a way, I do. Mm-hmm. And they kind of tell me everything. It's just, and maybe they don't want to. They just can't keep quiet in a way, so they feel the need, they have to tell me things. I'm sure that there's stuff that they leave out, but they do tell me quite a bit. It's different. It's different times. I have everyone's location. You know what I mean?
Do you have it on your phone?
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, imagine, would we have even shared our location with anybody?
No, I don't even know if my mother would have even, I don't know. What about your parents?
I don't know.
So, what qualities in a friendship do you value the most?
Obviously, to be authentic and to be honest. Reciprocation is really big because you can be there for somebody and they may not always be there for you. It's just like really any other relationship, you want reciprocation, you want what you put into the relationship. And I guess it goes for everything. Like, maybe that's why some friendships fail. Friendships are really important.
Yeah, my God.
Because you can have them for life.
That's right. And sometimes they're stronger than your family relationships.
Oh, absolutely. I was just going to say that.
Yeah.
It's almost like you're closer than family.
Right. Yeah,
that
because
friendship bond, if you really have it, it can be incredible.
Yeah, for sure. This was kind of like the story that my family would tell is, oh, no matter what, your family's always there, your friends, they come and go, and you'll see, as time goes on, only your family's going to show up, and that actually turned out to be the exact opposite.
Well, for you and I, yes.
Yes, for both of us. That's right.
Yeah, so, every situation is different, but overall, everybody wants love, everybody wants friendship, everyone wants companions.
Yeah.
People that they've had relationships with. And some people work at it and some people don't.
Yeah. So you've been living in Arizona for, how long has it been?
We're here since 2015.
Is that 10 years? 9 years?
Oh, yeah, just about.
So what do you love most about Arizona? And what do you miss about living here in New York?
Nothing.
You're kidding.
No. I mean, I miss the food in New York and obviously you, but
Right.
It's a different place now. When you're in New York and people say that it's dangerous, you're like, what are you talking about?
Right.
I live here. It's completely fine.
Right.
But now, I'm like, oh my gosh, not that I watch the news a lot, but it's turned into a shit show. What is happening?
That's kind of what inspired me to get the hell out of there. And then plus they broke into my car. So I was like, yeah, I think, I'm ready to go.
That's not fun.
No, I think maybe things have settled just a bit. I'm not really sure. I haven't been keeping, because once you leave, you don't really keep up that much with what's actually going on in the city. Yeah.
I don't know. It doesn't feel good to me anymore.
Yeah, it doesn't really feel the same. I think there has been a shift that is
a big shift.
Yeah, and it's hard to explain, and it's hard to kind of put your finger on exactly what it is, right? It's
yeah.
But this doesn't feel like the New York we came up in, right?
Oh, absolutely not.
Yeah.
No way.
But I do think of oh my God, could I ever leave here? And I still have that feeling oh my God, I'm a fucking dyed-in-the-wool New Yorker. Where the fuck am I going? And at this stage of my life, really? Are you going to pick? It's such a strange thing. But people pick up and leave all the time. They go to Florida.
I never thought I'd be one of those people. And once I did it, I was like, oh my gosh, what was I waiting for?
Why? What is one of the most significant benefits that you feel being there in Arizona?
The quality of life is so much better. It's outdoor living. I mean, yes, the summers are brutal, but we're going into our beautiful season where everyone is out.
Right.
Everyone's eating out on the patio and at all the sidewalk cafes, and it's just beautiful. It's different. The weather is gorgeous. We can be out all the time. We don't close our pool here. It's open all year long. It's just a different, I don't feel that anxious feeling the minute you land into New York. That hustle and bustle. I don't feel like I have to deal with that.
And you don't feel disconnected from I don't know, because I feel oh my God, Manhattan is Manhattan, and oh my God, how could I be so far from Manhattan? I can't imagine it.
If I missed it that much, I can hop on a plane and go to New York.
Do you feel like your priorities changed, or just New York changed?
My priorities definitely changed, but New York changed.
I'm wondering, do you feel like you had to hate it to leave it? Otherwise, you would have never left?
No, I didn't hate it when I left, but I was ready for a change. A good change for my family.
Right. What was the top thing on your list when you left?
Well, I hated the weather there.
That's
and
right. Yeah.
obviously I was able to buy a beautiful home here.
Right.
And that's a big deal, you know. We're not dealing with shoveling snow, closed schools, you know, all that nonsense that we had to deal with. It's such an easier life.
You could probably buy 3 times the house in Arizona that you could afford here, because it would have been a very different lifestyle, paying $30,000 in taxes for a house.
Yeah,
here. Right.
I would have not been able to do anything, just pay for my house and that's it.
Right.
You know, the way most people live there, which is terrible.
Right. And the roads, even in northern Westchester, Patti, the roads.
Like, who wants to live like that?
Right.
I don't.
You can't believe what the fucking roads are like here.
I know.
It's so great. And I'm saying to myself, these people pay $35,000 in property taxes. Yep. And they drive their fucking, they drive their Teslas over. Well, you have a Tesla. I just remember that. Yeah. Like, what's the joy of buying a new car here when you have to drive on these fucking roads?
It's horrific.
And then you think, you know, everybody's doing well over here, right? You can afford to fucking live here and pay these fucking taxes, these property taxes. You can afford to live here, but Jesus Christ, you're treated like crap rats. Don't these people complain to somebody about the roads? I don't know. To me, that's a big fucking deal that every time you get in your car, bada boom, you drive, you know, it's just so disgusting. How are the roads where you are?
They're great.
Right. It's not like, you know, you're just driving and then all of a sudden, boom, you fall into a sinkhole practically.
Some areas need a little work, but I mean, it's nothing in comparison.
Yeah, it's disgusting here. So it's 2:00 in the morning and I'm so tired. But, did you see the, what's going on with the Olympics?
Oh my God. I just sit back and watch now because, you know, everything's an argument. So you can't, like, say anything. You can't post anything. You can't. Because, you know, people want to come for you. But, you know, a boy is a boy and a girl is a girl.
Right.
If we could just, like, get back to basics, it's just ridiculous.
Right. Did you see the fights? Like when they're slugging the women in the face? Did you see that?
No, I can't watch that.
Oh my God.
It's disgusting. It's despicable. Like, who allows them to even get in the ring together? Like, it's just,
right.
It's the circus.
Well, kind of, because of gender, quote unquote, ideology, right? Like, it's self-ID. I say I'm a woman, so that's it. And they pulled out the IOC, the Olympic Commission, whatever the fuck they're called. They pulled out some shit. It says on his passport that he's a female. When they could just do a swab test. They do a swab with your saliva or some shit like that. I don't even know what the test is, but it's, you know, a very simple test, apparently. And instead they pulled out his fucking passport and said, oh, it says female on the passport. Because he has a disorder. Well, both of them. There was 2 male fighters that have DSD. It's some kind of whatever fucking disorder. You know, like, I don't want to have to learn about all this shit. I have enough of my own problems. I don't need to have to follow what the fuck they're doing. Like, it feels like we're being assaulted every which way. You know, okay.
Absolutely.
Right? It's like, okay, so now you don't want to have transgenders punching women in the face. That's okay. So they said that's not going to happen. But then you let...
No, it's despicable.
Right. So then they're not doing that, but you're going to let men in with some kind of weird disorder that your testicles are in your fucking... Who the fuck knows what it really even is? I don't even care to know.
I don't either. I don't want to hear it.
Right.
I just don't have
the bandwidth.
No, I don't, and I refuse to, like, get wrapped up in it because
That's right.
outrageous. Like, I can't even find the word. I don't want to let it consume me because,
I think that seems to be like part of what they're doing, where they're just assaulting us with all of these awful things that you have to kind of like research.
They want chaos, and I'm not giving into this chaos.
Yes.
I know what a woman is. I know what a man is. Just knock it off already. Just stop it. Just cut it out. It's boring at this point. I am bored with this bullshit. I'm bored. It's exhausting. No one cares what you think you are. Nobody cares.
That is true, but they're forcing us, right? Like I wonder.
They're not forcing me because I don't give a shit. You're a man. You don't belong in here. Get out.
Yeah, it's such a weird time period, right? Like, if you had known years ago, remember when I used to take you to the gay parades downtown? If you had known back then what the fuck was going to happen, I would have never went to those parades, I'll tell you that.
No, and I see so many incredible gay people that are like, they stole our movement. Like, this is bullshit. No.
Right.
No. And they're not having it. They're like, no, absolutely not. No.
Right. I think it's going to have to be gay people that are going to have to ultimately. Yeah.
Absolutely. You want a parade in front of children? Stop it. Just stop. So over the top and stupid and ugh.
Yeah. Yes. Thank you so much, my darling. This was very nice. Thank you so much. I love you. I'll talk to you soon.
Okay. Bye.
So this, the Olympian guy that won the medals from punching bitches in the face, now they started this PR campaign for him, and now he's dressing in drag. And now that people are, chattering, well, the entire world saw this. This was on the world stage where dudes were bashing bitches straight in the fucking face, in the back of the head. The other guy, I think his last name is Lynn, he knocked that bitch in the back of her head. You could fucking paralyze somebody. Maybe we really are in a simulation. Because this feels so deliberate for reaction, and so what are you supposed to do? Just like everything that because it's so much, they're forcing so much of this shit in our face that you can't even keep up. And who the fuck wants to figure out, before you have a real, I guess, legitimate opinion about something, you kind of have to look into it and know all of the different sides before you really form a solid opinion that you're confident about your opinion, right? But when there's this much shit, it is amazing the amount of shit. It ruined the Olympics for me. I didn't watch not even 1 minute of it. I just saw a few clips on social media that made me hurl. And so I didn't watch and I watch the Olympics every time it's on. So didn't watch it, probably won't watch it again in 4 more years, because how much more insane is shit going to be in 4 more years? What are they going to do? Have bearded ladies getting kicked in the balls? What the fuck are they? And then that whole thing with that, the dancer from Australia, and she was whatever the fuck that story was. And I'm saying come on, this is what I mean. Nobody wants to hate on people who, have opportunities that, the other 85% of the population do not have. Nobody's trying to hate on these people. But come on, Jesus Christ. Thank you so much for listening. I have no idea what the fuck we talked about. We didn't even have a topic, really, except a little bit of this Olympic stuff we talked about. We didn't do any, wasn't any. Anyway. I'm very tired. I have to pee. Thank you for listening. And I don't know what's going on with my Twitter or Facebook. I went from several thousand impressions on my posts to now almost nothing. So my social medias I'm in a blackout on my social medias. So I don't know. How do you have all these followers and then you post something and then there aren't any impressions, especially on Facebook? I used to get thousands. Anyway, I don't know, how to really communicate with listeners. I have been getting some emails, and I've been communicating with listeners that way. But other than that, I haven't really. And anyway, it's just, on social media, you really don't even want to engage because shit can pop off at any second. I don't know if people still do that, like these Twitter wars, the way they used to. But I'm not interested, not even remotely, because I don't care. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter. Who cares anymore? Honestly, everyone's so disgusting. The whole world is a disgusting place, as it turns out. Please feel free to email me or anything to info@thelesbianmafia.com. I have some emails I have to get back to that are in the inbox right now. I've been really enjoying hearing from actual lesbians. I didn't know that they existed anymore. I think that just kind of opens up the field, for those of us who are lesbians. If there's less of us, you know what I mean? The scarcity of lesbian women, because we do exist. In spite of the fact that it's like every lesbian is a fucking mute on this issue because they're all scared to talk about it. And I understand. I get it. You can't hate on them but it's, it's the ones that are overly pro, and it's so fucking fake, as if they don't know the difference between genitals, I guess all of those lesbians, whatever, it could be with a man or a woman. Everyone's bisexual now, I guess. Oh, and that's another term that they hate too. So you can't say that. You have to say queer. You have to say that, which doesn't mean anything. It just means that you're straight and a little spicy. Little spicy straights or queer. So I don't know if that's the shit you want to get into. You want to identify with all the straight ladies that are a little spicy. Be my guest. I'm a lesbian. I'm happy to be a lesbian. And you're just opening up the field for me a little more, because it just makes actual lesbians more appealing. Thank you very much. Who even cares? Why even bother Why even bother talking? What's the point of even talking anymore? There isn't any community. There aren't any lesbians. The only people, I don't even know. Maybe we should make a show, a reality show of the last lesbians that existed on planet Earth. Who cares? Do you care? Do you even care about anything about any of this? I don't know. It's so crazy how there's been a complete demolition of lesbian culture, and it has gone almost completely unopposed. You wouldn't even know that anything happened, that anything has taken place. You wouldn't even know that lesbian bars, social events, clubs, all that they don't exist anymore. You wouldn't even know that. I mean, nobody, nowhere, no how is talking about this. Maybe a couple of straight publications are talking about it, and then the way they talk about it is to confuse and, make things like they aren't. I do remember hearing people who threw parties for lesbian women. They would say, oh, lesbians don't like to go out. They don't like to spend money and blah, blah, blah. Really? Why don't you throw a party that is worth going to? Throw a party that's worth going to. How about protect your door? And I want men, frankly, at the door as well. I want, dudes that are 6'3", built like fucking oxes. I want them at the door. Keep them outside so that you don't feel like you're being violated by men staring at you. And you know what I'm saying? Sometimes the bouncers at these clubs were the nicest fucking guys. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, you have to offer women something. And now they're not even offering protection from having dudes coming in and out. So doing whatever the fuck they want to do. They come in, they're fucking with their boners. And I mean, it's disgusting how there isn't anything lesbian at all, anywhere. Lesbian only. It does not exist anymore. Good night to lesbians. Good night to the 5 lesbians left on planet Earth that I hear from in my inbox anyway. I don't know. I hear from lesbians in my inbox, so apparently they still exist. But I guess not enough to offer anything to. So, all right. Anyway, thank you for listening. Thank you. Goodbye. I mean, I don't know what else to say. It's 2:30 in the morning. It's very late. I need to go. Yeah, it's very late for me here. I got to run.